masalo tato muteli sala fai least most developed ele tudo ele fai ya yo na to telefono to fai tawantia muteli sala fai masalo ele poseilo fai mata fai ole mau mai le no forma dia from kelo le economic centers ya alo tam fai da tele latina si la foi to tele faletalimalo nei sala fai ni tele na tua tu tiro la tua nei ele ingisina buena pa famina buena tele faletalimalo masalo te fa wa tu fai mana tu si la tu tele nei faletalimalo pa to no ta mia telefono tu la foi ya la tu fa na le nanga manu lo fatu foi ia members ele fai no fio mai a te matu matai totas o tam fai a tanga trai e tau hatia na tam fai na mai a tina ele matu ele no fai na o ese awala foi e matu te so fai ia pa o se to so soani uma fama mo to ita ni foi so soani mo tato malo ya poia faletalimalo le sa matala i tua i fote ni ari tapu ni na o to funi mo mai ni tau pai fa so ma tu ni tua ya o na ala se tu langa e o fa na ile tanata wa to lo to te lo la tu le o tu financial applications mo na tu langa fo no atu pe sa fa penana ta wa tia ya tina e o na o abel la tu fa mo to la mele ya ele vai no tu vai ele vai no fio saya lava se manatu sarope a fendatati se tau sana malafa ya pena isamo ela sama di vale la alu ta tau sana ya tu atu la bar feita dia tanata ya man feita si mana tu ya ora se pole na le industry I matu pe o te mi te tala ia tato pos ya o le in tato faletalimalo pe o le fai o si fa wa Telo tato risorse sai di molmata sul malu la foglia fa pena fa malu sia fa na tato tana oro ya ia ko kala no fa pena ta pena le te nei ole polena I train to telo tato tanata ya mai foi le ta tana tato oro tam fai to be che sole o se wala fa fa no fies strategic ia foi le time e roll outside but o time nei o fa penana tele ia fatalta no ia ti foi por essa wala e tau ia tu e ai usida no stadio o tele tato tanto o avatu ye tau ia la tona ese wala na tu so swani mai to tampai ko i training esse mix foi esse capo no workforce ia wa ave mai la tona malo se o tato workforce ia fa le tu muito pelo tato e na tana o industrial tourism ale ko esse industrial o la ia tie pelo foi la tona masini tu la va pena esse masini fa fa na ia wa apa uma to la o esse la mo ia mo aqui ia e tale ni le tu o le na ia na wa wai ma tama ma ia pero tu langa na le tam fa ni te ni ro ia fa ta no ni te na o tau sai I fe por a wala na to ro out ke ro ka train o te ni sa pa pena ta ni ia le ta to fe sa te le training sa ro out ta na wena ma le industry ia to te ro la tona na o ia ro mara o ia o tam fai pela o ani si awal ia o tal fa mo fie o ta pena le industry man le industry e na fa te mo solo e ta ta life o na fa na ta to se level o service man facilities na fa ta to faletalimalo ma ta le ia ti pesani
Qual è la differenza tra un tulang oleh le arman le la opzione o le vai moana ia o le pulanga ko o le whaka te reino o nganga o lau pisi la e no le ana tau kua lau te COVID te le pate mano ta punia ia ai wau la lau o nganga.
Ia, whaftai. Masalo e se taimi tō o tō o whakai malo nei aina ia ko i si la fo e mata i e tō lana fo e ia a pe no whai atu te musola e lei lava sisi o whakai malo o pangatia ni taimi e tam whai ni taimi o facilities. Pago tō lana lava la tō ia i o tam whai lea ia whalo tō tele isi uso la whai tata pisi tam whai e pera ia tam whai sa ili a wala e sui a ele tam whai o nama sui e te whai o le whatino o nama ia tō tele o maketile ia mātou nisi ale toina mau tuane ia i mātou o tangata o tātou malo o lea whaftai ai tō tele support o kāmi ministries o tō langa foi se whatalaina mai o tātou malo o tele o la whakarato whanatanga ma tātou wasiasina e a mai tua e whapena aina whaunaina ia o tātou whatai malo le ngata i vai moana o ni Tupai Sala e ni se tō tele whatai malo o ni sa whai ia ale nganga lava le tau whai ai e tau wha tupula ia pēr tātou tangata ta whao ala tō ni tōno le tū. Ia o vai moana o whapena pēna na taraina. Sa tāpu mia mai taru mere lockdown ia mo sino tōru ai aso. Ia o whapena whape tala. Ia telefoina roena o roena o mia tau tō whai wa tō ia roi tō e si ta iai le atina. Ia alo tau whai lava le ale whai. A foi te tala i nei pēr ma whātu maua pēna i ngā ruina o rātou o whapenanga whapena ruina nei le atina.
Alo ai ona alo afioga o le peresitene o le association a malo o ia se fasoani a faletupi foi lele ia whapao lalo le pei mingo long wakai roa ko ke le ai ia mai whakalimalo e whailako o long e se fasoani a faletupe fasoani foi lele whapao pe o le ase se fasoani o
Masalo te rin whaino utali atu a i lea o te lena tō te lo whatupe. O le taimi nei, o lo iai se tūlanga o lo mato tō mwhai pēr nā rue. A vese se tau sanga whapena i te lo whatupe. O tō te lea whatupe lo iai lo whapena nā rue tai tō tasi. Ma rātou clients i a wāwha le whituna ina. Te roro nei whatupe lo malamalama. Ia ele mwhai aina na tō wai. Lana o tele o afu i o ponono a ngā tupe ma matula sai ai a sketch o sa titiro i ai whaina le me se ai tupe mau i o taimi nei ia e mwhai e au titiro na le valu suru le visu se ne tupe to e sea ia o whaina tāina tam whai e patu mau ia le afu le service mo ia no ngā tupe e lo e la manai whatupe o whapinato swami marus patei le whainau tau tau te le rau te lima. Masalo se tūlanga fui lea le ai tam whai pe tutu i Pere Banking Association. Ia iei se rātou so swangi tutu mai. Ia au wana lama lea fui le au whai pisinisi. Ia nise la langa manu ia la fui turisi. Ma o te mine ielo, iei se rātou so swangi lau te le whainane o whamatu mai. O lo tu lava le whaitari o whaitupe o le ara na ia whituna ina ma le pisinisi ma le pisinisi e le whaingo fia fui le tūlanga e lo fui whawhainga tai le tera le pisisi le ratina o whaitupe ia alo tau whai pe tupe e whaito o tau whaara se mātou tau sana ni te ni le funa i Central Bank man tātou mālo in whaine whaara te tilo kurasi se wala ni whaine soso e le tūlanga.
Back to Waimana from the Tupai. You mentioned the civilian and seasonal workers. Have you lost any staff to the seasonal worker program?
Salo a foi na o mātou se tasi a foi o ele mātou ko talami na mātou o tio mātou e a foi tala ele no a moto te dole. Salo I lost 50% of my staff ele tūlanga lea na mātou o tiro mātou ma awer whatananga e o wai e whaingatāna na mātou le tuku wale awa noa i nei tangata whaingaruena ma lea fo i ala manuia o whainga mau nei tei. Ka nei se lo mau te lo whaina mātou whatu maua le maka komiti ai o whai whatu mau te whasu tu la atu ale o te ni whaina wena. Ia pēno whai atu o lau e si ala tō e te leo na laku laku. Pata o se manuia fui ia o sa mo o ni tei. O lo anga mai tātou nei vai tau. I le whainga tāle whapsana i mara tātou e koni. So, tō tele rai au tātou whainga nuna o tō e sea rau e si, but anda le a whai le mātou lava mariena, o mai o e hoe na whai le whainga wena. E le mātou ski ni mātou le whai mātou ia mana i pāanga i whafu. Tama whaina awe a mātou tangata e o whainga rung hai. Ia tau sia e o te wha tupula ia le tō mai. O mai ra ia piki ni kako apu ni pia mami.
Tupai, of the staff which you lost, o ini la tu langa huia skills ba ila tu qualifications o ila tu ia o ia tu ila tu sa train all the job.
Tō tele au ai keso le tūlanga fo i dea na whai mōwhi aina u whaleto tele o tātou tourism i tōno la fo lau isi. Because tō tele o la tōa e anga wa ai. E a whai ngana, e isi ki o seto ai. Tō tele o staff leo ma matu leo o tō e se atu, na mātou wha au ngā, awe le PTC, e fo mai. Pēnā atu whatu, e lem whaina aro whia le tūlanga. Ia I mātou lava le sisila pūlena. Ia ki tiro fui o le avanoa le mo nei nei tangata. Ia po le ale le rated whaina tatu ai nei sama. E le tai whapsana ngai pe nai ma le waito o whapirana mo wai ia tu whafu. Ia o le ala fui le na mātou tutara ai le whaitoa. Tu le avanoa nei tatu whainga wena. A mo le avanoa nei whainga wai o ia. Ana tu e foi mai ia. Ele o mai o no foi o i a foi paputoi, e foi mai i a sauta ma a wala uta.
So fiz eu tenho bem galera para
tem nem full lima la o tenga la a number of fast food to 15.
I wanted to say it's a real honor for us to be here, and to have it here, because I was hoping you would be here, because you have such a vast experience in the industry, and you hold leadership acts. So my question is based on I think one of the biggest worries that I can feel from you, and also from some of the sector that I've talked to, is that some will not be ready when the borders open because of our maintenance issues. And that's because so I'll ask you, as you have many hats, but I'm asking you to wear your hats for the Samoa Hotels Association for this question, because I would like to know from you whether you agree with a lot of the resort managers and the beach valley managers that Samoa Observer has talked to, and I'm sure the rest of the media have had a word with them. We just met a beach valley owner on the way here. And their biggest worry is, and they're very shy, because at first they say, thank God the government is helping us, because the last one didn't. But now they've got the money. The big resorts that I have talked to had 40 staff like yourself, and they've had to reduce the staff because of the domestic market. But their main worry is they're not able to maintain, they're not able to pay for insurance. There's so many costs. So the 5 million tala that we were all given was spread across the sector. And the beach valleys got 25 at most, and the resorts like yourself would have gotten a bit 40 plus. This is not to blame anybody. Yes, the money is there. But reality is, and I hear from the sector, I haven't talked to you, President, because it's conflict of interest, you have a hotel. But the sector is saying the 40,000 tala is still not enough for a big resort. And then if the hotels and the industry sector has assets that belong to Samoa, and these assets are rotting away as COVID-19 impacts us. My question to Samoa Hotel Association President is, do you agree with the sector? The hotels that we talked to, and there's a lot of them from here, and that the money that was given to you should have been more. Not only to safeguard the sector from when the borders open, but ease, the challenges of maintenance, staffing, loss of staff. And yes, I hear you, the beach valleys are closed, and of course, they don't have a choice. But if we had more, they're saying that if there was more given to them, then they would start, using this money to prepare the country for when the borders open. Because once the borders open, they are saying that which I'm hearing a little bit from what you said. I don't make nothing of complaint now. Because, we will have influx of people coming in. So they're saying, my Lord, that's a complaint because those guys are more rich than us. So may I please ask whether you agree with the sector that the money should have been increased more than 5 billion?
Yeah, Thai for the question. I guess, as we've said before, and I know that that's been voiced by a lot of the sector, the assistance was greatly appreciated. It was something that for the longest time, for nearly 2 years, we've been knocking at those doors trying to seek some kind of assistance. Something that's tangible, or it was always on cost savings. But what percent for a moratorium or paying all of the it's just saving you cost. Especially looking at the investment level of at the same regard, I guess, we do not have the resources industry. And it's the first tangible assistance that's been allowed, it's been given to the industry, and it was very much appreciated. But yes, it's not enough to maintain some of the businesses, to keep them open. We have been working on, it's about being strategic. So, le tape nana ma se tau ma fai ale asosi, ma tu pere matanga luena. Tiro se recovery program, wa mauti no rola to tatala le tato poras. Na ma fai rola ina put in place a recovery program, was a plan. E ma fai na tiro to si ta pe o tu langa la mana o fa sa na ma to te lo faletalimalo ma te lo business. Sila foi ka tu tana il foi ka tu ta milot e le te tai a wa o resto so ni mai from fai no recover fai mal maintenance. It's our biggest cost and our labor. Pe o lua na ia o le cost people fai na tara ia o le investment. Ala ngā tupe o ngā tupe o mea piko whaingatana, because that is your biggest cost. Ele tu, e ma whaingatu lau employment, whaingatu isi au cost, le power, le vai, le whaine tangta pe uma, e te puni lau whatamara. The cost, the most expensive one, is trying to ensure that the asset remains the way it is. Tu lafua. Ia pe ora tam fai fana to te lo afo yo pisinisi lo ia mama mala faletalimalo. Tam fai la le ase awala fai na fa arwalu pe pisinisi. Ia ma fai nga ta lenga maintenance right. Ia ai te tai la na fa malieina ato toale maintenance o meeting. So in that regard, I do agree as an association and as an industry. Yes, our maintenance is our biggest concern, and to try and to get standards, to maintain that standard, so that when we do open up, we have a standard that is worth bragging about, and that if we don't do it well, we run the risk of opening up, and once the complaints come in, we run the risk of taking the industry back, our tourism industry back at least 25 years. So it is a concern for the industry, but we are trying to put together some sort of recovery program plan so that we can put to government to see how they can assist in doing so. In saying that, it's the assistance towards the industry has to be looked upon as an holistic one. Government needs to do their part, our financial institutions need to do their part, and of course the operators need to do their part. But as we've already said before, we are still knocking on government's door, and we'll continue to knock on government's door to see how we can again relook at further assistance for the industry. But I guess the most important one for us is to be strategic about it, to know when we are guaranteed that we're going to open up, and that when we do spend, say if we do, government does allow us a substantial amount of credit line to sort of get your hotel back up to, and we end up with another lockdown for another year, then it's how do we account for that? So in terms of all the work that's behind trying to get our borders open, the tourism sector, to try and see, to work together with the bodies that are trying to get us prepared to be open, so that when to put that plan into place. But in answering the question, yes, we will still need further and further assistance to try and keep our maintenance. And we will keep knocking on those doors and continue to knock on the government until something can again become available.
Director for your factory for your Tupai sees a lot. We have a daily level more than from my year. But they put that in here, put that in the ceiling, put on the pena,
Enjoy the island and enjoy the break.